Our beers are inspired by tradition and innovation, basically. So the quality, like I said, is the highest value, and we will go through any expense sourcing the best possible ingredients to match the wide range of beer styles that we put out into the world. So we do everything from New York ingredient farm beers to estate-driven beers from our own farm, like those bottled beers that utilize the orchard and the honey and stuff like that, or ingredients from across the globe. So, like if we're making a German Helles, we're going to use German hops, German malts. If we're, same goes for we make lagers, we make a French pilsner, we make Czech pilsners, we make we add anything. A lot of Rausch beer, a lot of European old world styles, and we try to yes, we want to be innovative and make the best possible beer and make it still like something people in the modern day want to drink, but we want to also hold true to the tradition and history of that beer. And a lot of times that means, the ingredients, we want the ingredients to also be true to that style. So we do part of those hyper local beers. I mentioned. So what like a mixed fermentation or a mixed culture means is that you are pitching um, not just yeast, but like a blend of different yeasts, sometimes wild yeasts like Brettanomyces, versus Saccharomyces and bacterias and things like that. But you're intentionally pitching that into a beer, and it's going to be kind of like this funky character depending on what you pitched into it. We also do what's called spontaneous fermentation. And so what that is kind of how they brew lambic and gueuze in Belgium. We have an open container, like a 7 barrel open vat, basically, and we pump hot wort up into that vat during the shoulder season. So it has to be the right overnight temperatures, but then we will cool that wort down over a period of, between 18 or so hours. And while that beer is cooling, we're blowing air across it to cool it. It's picking up the yeast and bacteria from the air, and that gets homogenized and then racked into wine barrels. And then it sits and rests for, up to a few years. And then we'll use that as blending stock to blend the barrels together into something that we like before we either, bottle condition it on honey and release it, or adjunct it with something that we either farmed or foraged. So, we've done a chanterelle mushroom beer one time that was really good, came out really like apricot from the chanterelles. It was a really good mushroom year, the year we brewed it. It was super wet, and then the following year was very dry, so we actually had to buy mushrooms the second year because we did like a initial initial adjunct of a lot of chanterelles that we found and foraged, and a lot of customers and community members were bringing to us by the bucket. And then the following year, we wanted to sort of what you'd say, maybe dry hop it with more mushrooms, like towards the end of its rest period. And yeah, we ended up having to buy some because it was like a drought year. But we do all kinds of experimenting like that. Some of those beers are really they're more of a passion project. I don't think the general public is as excited about it as we are, and or a lot of people in the industry can be. But it's just fun, you know. You pop one of those bottles open when you have guests visiting, and you share it. It's a very shareable beer. It's something that you would maybe break out for a special occasion or like a family dinner. It's not just your, I'm going to crack open this beer and have it myself. It's more of, almost like considering it a bottle of wine in a way.
Um, the other thing that's really cool, you touched on that a little bit earlier, is all of that industry collaboration that you do, and just seeing like where root beers can be found in other places and vice versa. And talk a bit about how that comes to be, or some projects you're really excited about for this coming year, if you're able to.
We do have a lot of collaborations coming out in the next couple months, so stay tuned. I know it'll be pretty obvious. We're doing a collaboration with Human Robot, which will be released just for the Logjammin Festival. So that will be really exciting. But yeah, I mean, we're always collabing. It's what makes this industry interesting. You don't want to just continue brewing the same beer over and over and over again. I think we get bored really easily. So like we obviously drink a lot of our own beer and we like to change it up. A lot of people might say we change it up too much because they were like, "Oh wow, we really liked this beer. We want to buy it again." And we're like, "Well, that beer is gone, and you're gonna have to wait X amount of months for it to come back if it ever comes back. But in the meantime, here, try these new beers that we just came out."